Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium, where in less than 24 hours, number 6 Auburn will play host to number 1 Alabama. You guys said it, the winner heading to Atlanta to face Georgia in the SEC championship game. But that's not even close to the biggest crowd here. Let's swing over and look at all the cameras and reporters around Steve Sarkisian, the new Alabama offensive coordinator. But for that first time, student athletes can put pen to paper on letters of intent during this early signing period, which began today. Of course, for me, always going to keep my talents right here in Huntsville at WHNT. Taylor, the term Heisman moment often thrown out for players like Carrion, and with this huge Iron Bowl matchup and potentially, not making a pick, potentially the SEC championship next week. Halftime is over, and now time for the second half of the high school football regular season. Like they say in Varsity Blues, I can't say that on TV.
Yes, you can.
So for the third time in 4 weeks, Auburn has a top 10 matchup. This one for that SEC title. Lucky for the Tigers, they have a quarterback that's risen to the occasion in these big games. With 2 SEC caliber players, Madison County was a popular pick to run away with Class 4A Region 7. But after starting the year 3-0, the Tigers have lost back-to-back games. We all know he'd probably win if he actually ran a campaign, but I'd also go out on a limb and say he's not interested in the job. For one, that would be one heck of a pay cut for Alabama's highest paid public employee. National Signing Day technically is just the first day athletes can sign letters of intent to play college sports, but it's more of an official holiday now. It's one that we celebrate here in the talent-rich Tennessee Valley, and today alone, we had more than 20 athletes sign Division I college scholarships, so we hit the road bright and early and put the miles in to be there when these kids put pen to paper. Our first stop, 7:30 a.m., Decatur High School. Big Cedric Pointer staying close to home, signing with Alabama A&M. The 6'4", 280-pound offensive lineman has been an anchor up front for the Red Raiders. Less than an hour later at Scottsboro, after one of the most successful seasons in decades, the Wildcats have a pair of D1 signees. Running back DK Billingsley, now a Troy Trojan. He rushed for over 2,100 yards and 34 touchdowns last year. In Jacksonville State, Nabs defensive back Austin Freeman. 8:50 a.m. in Florence. 6 Falcons head to the next level with wide receivers Jacoby Byrd and Jonathan Coffey signing with the Lions. Florence also had Dijon Turner signed with UAB, Thomas Smith with Missouri Southern, Jabari Gardner, the Citadel, and Deontay Burt with Lindsey Wilson. Just down the road, 9 a.m. at Brooks High School, we had our first of 7 SEC signings. Colin Anderson will spend the next 4 years in Nashville at Vanderbilt, while teammates Joe Gurley, DeAndre Hampton, and Payne Carell will all stay teammates playing for the University of North Alabama. Another SEC letter of intent signed at 9:50 a.m. Madison Academy. Longtime Auburn commit Austin Troxell makes things official. He joins former teammates Kerryon Johnson and Malik Miller on the Plains. Muscle Shoals defensive back Jordan Peters became a teammate of Troxell's at 10:30, signing his letter of intent with Auburn. Cade McGuire and Braden Barnes will continue their careers just down the street at UNA. Jalen Kroom, Ty Fuqua signed with Alabama Prep Academy. Just 10 minutes later, a pair of Division I signings at Buckhorn. Kendrick Johnson staying close to home at Alabama A&M, while linebacker Will Ignat heading to Tennessee. Ignat, a 4-star recruit, rated the number 16 middle linebacker in the country by 24/7 Sports Composite. Just before lunch, Madison County High School, 11:15 a.m. Quarterback Dalan Morris committing his services to Navy for the next 4 years. Morris has family in the military, but he's the first going the Navy route at 11:40 a.m. James Clemens defensive lineman LeBron Ray, the top recruit in the state, finally told us he's attending Alabama. The Jets also have resident genius John Jenkins going to Harvard. Brody Collier and Brett Bennett are both UNA Lions. Michael Sharpley to Kennesaw State, and Aubrey McFall will play soccer at Louisiana Tech. Now 1 o'clock, staying in Madison at Bob Jones High School. 5 former Patriots moving to the next level. Another Crimson Tide signee and Kendall Randolph. We also have A.J. Harris going to Ole Miss. Brad Anderson, Middle Tennessee, go fighting Jerry Hayes. Tucker Walters picks North Alabama. Brady Paulson to Carson Newman. 30 minutes later, West Limestone's Reed Blankenship also signs with Middle Tennessee State, becoming just the second Wildcat in school history to sign with a D1 school. To Huntsville, a 2:15 signing at Huntsville High. Jalen Spady. Jalen is going to play college ball at the University of Texas El Paso, the alma mater of his dad, Alabama A&M head coach James Spady. Panthers also had Keashes Locklear signed with Alabama Alabama A&M and Matthew Nolan with Carnegie Mellon. Our Tennessee Valley tour ended with a 3:30 signing at Hazel Green. 5 Trojans to the next level. Logan Arnold, now a UAB Blazer. Malachi Olszewski, Alabama A&M. Jaden Hopkins signs with Dakota State. Daniel Thrower with Bethel. Miles Battle, another smarty pants, going Ivy League at Dartmouth. He'll sign his letter of intent on Tuesday. Deep breath. Let's go to college ball, where James Spady took the head coaching job at Alabama A&M ahead of the 2014 season. And when he did, he made a point to let the people of North Alabama know the Bulldogs were open for business. And a look at his 2017 recruiting class proves just that. Spady inked 14 freshman signees, 6 of those athletes from right here in the Tennessee Valley. The Bulldogs went heavy, quite literally, in this class. 7 of the recruits are linemen, 3 tight ends. A&M also had a solid group of junior college transfers and midterm signees, so Coach Spady feels like he accomplished his main goal with this recruiting class.
We wanted to get deeper from the front to the back. We needed to have enough quality depth that if you bring in a number 2 guy, there's not a huge drop-off. And that was, I think we've attacked that in this recruiting class. We're going to be deeper all the way around. Hopefully, the potential of those guys will come to realization, and we'll be able to field the number 2 team that's just as good as our number 1 team.
Over at North Alabama, the Lions not only stayed local, they stayed in state. Of the 30 freshman signees for UNA, 28 of them call the state of Alabama home. 11 of those are from right here in the Tennessee Valley. This is also the first recruiting class for first-year head coach Chris Willis as the Lions head coach, but he's done this a time or two as an assistant, and he says this group has the potential to be a pretty darn good one.
I would go out as far as say the 2012 class we had with Luke Wingo and Filbert Marshalls. This is on paper as strong as that, if not stronger. So very pleased. I'm excited about what the future holds. And, a lot of people know at our level of play at Division II, because we still are Division II, that recruiting don't stop.
UNA, of course, making that jump to Division I in a couple of years. And that's just a sample of all of the signings we had across the Tennessee Valley. You can go see some of those others on our website, WHNT.com, and I'm going to go take a nap.
All right, great job today.
Thank you very much.
This is why I got out of sports.
And shout out to Taylor Tannenbaum as well, and all the photographer help we got from everyone at the station. Great job. We couldn't have done it without them.
Absolutely.
Great job
Thanks,
today.
Chase.
No problem.
We'll be right back.